Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel. Happy Sunday to you all. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I have a plant spotlight, and it's actually going to be two of the very same plant that I'm going, well, kind of two bundles of the same plant. Today I'm going to be spotlighting the Fiddle leaf fig, and I have to say I am so happy to be able to do this video because this has been a challenge plant for me for so very long, just to know that now that I can take care of them enough for them to stay alive and bushy, I am so happy. So I hope you enjoy this video and let me know what you think about it. Okay, so let me see, where do I position myself? This is my tallest Ficus Lyrata. I'm gonna bring you closer because I'm actually up 3 stairs. So I'm going to bring you closer so you can see exactly how tall this Ficus Lyrata Fiddle leaf fig is. Okay, but now you can't see the top of it. Let's see. Okay, you're not still, okay, there it is. Okay. Give it a twist. You know I'm not into moving this thing too much. This is my Ficus Fiddle leaf fig plant. She's gorgeous. I love this plant so much. These leaves are so big and beautiful. I am so happy about her. And for this plant, I did have her outside in my garden outside last season. And she did grow a lot, but when she came in, she put on so much growth. I was in shock. Now, as far as taking care of this plant inside, originally I had her downstairs in my dining room, but when I brought her in from outside, I brought her to my shower to completely, clean her down, give her a nice shower, and I put her in front of this south-facing window right here, and I just never moved her. And she obviously loves this spot because she's doing really, really well. She is constantly putting out new leaves. And if you notice at the bottom, she is full all the way down to the bottom. She didn't lose a bunch of leaves. She did lose some leaves, but she didn't lose a whole bunch of leaves. She is full all the way down to the bottom. The last leaf is down here. So there are actually 2 individual pots of plant in this pack, in this little basket down here. So this is one plant, this is another. They each have 2 shoots coming out. I love this so much. I never thought I was going to be able to take care of a ficus. I never thought I was going to be able to take care of a fiddle leaf fig. But I'll tell you what finally made me put this plant in the right place and not move it. I watched a video from Lisa in Natural Roots, and she showed a video of her fiddle leaf fig that was really, really tall. And I'm just looking at the video and I saw where her plant lived. And I said, I don't think I'm giving my plant the right place. And I believe she said in the video how often she watered her plant. And so I immediately just took cues from her video because of course everyone's environment is different. So you can't do the exact same thing and get the same results, but I took the cues from that video and I was able to keep these alive and doing well. And every once in a while, I do move them to the shower and water them down. This one, I can't move myself anymore, but I have one that is shorter. It is not smaller by any means, but it is shorter. That one I was able to maneuver before, but as of right now, I think it's a little bit too wide. And I'll show that one to you. But this one right here, you can see there were brown leaves, there are everything. It has all of the typical fiddle leaf fig issues, but the whole thing is I've been able to keep up with with this plant because I listen to the cues. The leaves tell you exactly what they want. This is a very, very vocal plant. Every time I look at, like right now, I watered this plant 2 days ago, so it doesn't need water. And so while it doesn't need water, I can see that these leaves are all up. Everything is up. These are facing down just a little bit, but that's because normally it's facing this window, so they can't go all the way up. Whereas when this plant is really dry, the leaves literally face down. So getting to know your plant makes it so that you can actually listen to the cues that it's giving you so that you know exactly when it wants to be watered. And now all it has to do is droop just a little bit and I know, okay, it's time for this plant to be watered. And so I don't lose leaves on it. And again, having these full all the way down to the bottom means so much to me. And I'm just so happy that Lisa shared her video and she shared where the plant lived. She shared exactly the experience that that plant was having, and it was so happy. And so that made me not afraid of the fiddle leaf fig. Now the small one that I had when I saw that video, that one is gone. Yeah. But this one right here is the one I got right after, and this one's still here. Both of these are still here. I bought these in Lowe's for, I believe, I don't even think they were $20. I don't think they were $20. But I'm just so happy. You do definitely, and just to go through the basic things for this, the light, it's receiving southern exposure light. And if you want the plant to stay bushy from top to bottom, every part of the plant that has leaves on it, you have to give it full sun. And if you do that, they'll just stay. I'm so excited just to know, okay, you can't just put it on certain parts of the plant. It has to be on everything that you want to have leaves on it. I moved it once when it was in my dining room where there was a piece of furniture on my patio. So it was in front of a patio door, but there was a piece of furniture on my patio. And so the bottom leaves were not getting the sunlight, and the leaves one by one came off of that other small one that's not here anymore. So that one, I learned a good lesson. So I used that lesson for this plant right here. And so every place I want it to have leaves, I have sun on it, full sun on it. It's not full sun that's going to scorch it. And it was outside before, so I knew it wouldn't get scorched, but it is just enough to keep it very, very happy and fed from the sun. So that's the lighting. For the watering, I mentioned it before. If I see the leaves just starting to droop down, then I know it's time to water this plant. I feel the soil and I know that it's time to water the plant. And fertilizing, I fertilize this plant every single time I water it. And I use the Miracle-Gro blue powder crystally stuff. That's what I use to fertilize all of my plants pretty much. I do have some liquid earth that I use for my semi-hydro plants, along with the just whatever I have. I just use what I have, and that's what I have. I have Miracle-Gro and a little bit of liquid earth. This does not get the liquid earth though. Not at all. So that's what I use for fertilizer. I've never cut these or propagated them, but from what I understand with Mama Long, she shares a propagation that she has in LECA, and she just snipped it, soaked up the sap, and she just put it into some water. But I have not personally done that. I've never propagated this plant. Cleaning this plant and pests, this will attract spider mites. This one right here had spider mites one time that I know of, and it wasn't on the leaves that I ever saw anything. It was right on the stems. I just saw it glistening through the sun, like the sun was beaming off of it, and I could see that there were spider mites or little webbing. And so I of course put it into the shower, and then from then on, I didn't just clean the leaves, I cleaned the stems as well. And since that was about a year ago that happened. Yep, about a year ago. But since then, I cleaned the face of the leaf and I cleaned the branches as well, and I haven't had a problem with it. So I'm really happy about that, because I know that that is something that's a big deal with the fiddle leaf fig plants. And as far as the leaves themselves, they do attract a lot of dust, and we don't have carpeting, and we have 2 dogs. And so I always have to make sure I wipe down these leaves so that there isn't a lot of dirt collecting on the leaves, because that will prevent it from accepting sun rays that it needs to grow. Okay, so now this is my second fiddle leaf fig that I want to share with you. These were 2 plants that I purchased from Lowe's. They were scorched out in their early springtime when they had a bunch of plants outside and it got really, really hot. and these plants got scorched, and so they had a pallet of fiddly figs for $5. And I bought 2 of them for my outside garden, and I just couldn't let go of them when the season came. And so, but I was supposed to let go of them. It just didn't happen. So you will see that this plant in itself is extremely full. This plant, you can see, is extremely full all the way down to the bottom because the leaves are all sitting in the sun, top to bottom. See how that looks? This is just so beautiful. I have to say, I never expected to be able to have a fiddle leaf fig that is this beautiful and healthy. Now, the last time I counted, there are 5 stems in this one plant here. But again, it started off as 2 and I put them into one pot. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5 stems. Wait, what was that? Yep, I have 5 stems in here altogether. And they are very, very healthy. The leaves on this plant itself, they're not as big as the leaves on the other one, but they are still amazing. Look at this one. That one's really big. I love this. Now this one doesn't get the direct sun that the other one gets because there is a tree right outside of the area where this one stands. And I had them all lined up in the beginning, but sadly, it started to crowd out my stairway, and so I had to move it. But I'm not sad about it. I've never had any problems with pests on this one in particular, but I am constantly on the hunt for it simply because I don't want to have any problems. Because to me, once you have pests on a plant, it tends to weaken the plant. And so I understand why people tend to cut off the leaves when they have a plant that is prone to pests. So yes, that is it. I will give you some close-ups of these babies. I am so happy about this. And like I said, the only reason why I know how to take care of these plants now is because of just seeing the logic behind what Lisa shared in her video on natural roots. I will try my best to link her video down below so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about. I'm sure a lot of you already know Lisa. So anyway, you can just see and it's an older video that she has on the fiddle leaf fig in her, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's in her dining room that she shared the video from. So that's it. That's my plant spotlight for today. I appreciate you so much for spending a portion of your Sunday with me. I love Sunday. Sunday is my favorite day of the week, and I really appreciate the opportunity to talk to you about one of my plant babies. Well, 2 of my plant babies today that are bringing me joy. Let me know the plant that's bringing you the most joy for today, and I look forward to hearing about them in the comments below. Talk to you later. Bye, guys.